Hello, welcome to this new tutorial dedicated to Davinci Resolve, a complete and professional video editing software for Windows, macOS, and Linux completely free to use without adding annoying watermarks to your videos. This is Zachary Brown, and I will be your guide across the main basics you need to know in just a few minutes using the free version of Davinci Resolve. When you open Davinci Resolve, its Project Manager appears, showing you all the existing projects you've created, including those saved on your computer or hard drive under Local Database, and the ones saved online under Network or under the Blackmagic Cloud, coming with your Blackmagic account. You can also make other custom project libraries to organize your projects. Go to New Project to start with a new one, using the Home button in the bottom right corner to come back to the Project Manager. The new project opens in the main interface, divided into several workspaces at the bottom. With Media, you import videos, audio, and images into Resolve. With Cut, you trim media and switch to Edit to build the main video on the timeline. You open Fusion to apply professional visual effects, Color to apply color adjustments, and Fairlight to make audio corrections and add sound effects. Finally, you switch to the Deliver workspace to render and export the resulted video. In this video, we will focus on the most important workspaces, but you can find more details in the playlist listed in the video description. To import files, open the Media workspace and drag and drop these from your folder to the Media Pull panel at the bottom. You can also select any file to preview it above. If any file is missing, make sure its file format is supported, such as .mov and .mp4. The Media Pool is also available in the Edit workspace, where you can drag and drop files onto the timeline to start working. Each piece of media is an independent clip representing either visual files, videos and photos, or sound files, audio, speech, and music. Visual files are collected within video tracks in blue color, while sound files are collected within audio tracks in green. To record audio from your microphone, switch to the Fairlight workspace. Create a new audio track, either mono or stereo depending on your microphone. And in the Mixer panel on the right, go to Input twice. Select the correct audio import source on the left and the track channels on the right, going to Patch to apply. Arm the track on the left and use the Record button at the bottom to start recording. The recorded clip will be directly available in the Edit workspace. To adjust the timeline, go to Timeline View Options on the left. Here, you can resize and show thumbnails, audio waveforms, and adjust track height. You can also zoom in and out with the mouse wheel while holding down the Alt key, and scroll in time with the Command or Control key. You can check the video with the preview above the timeline, playback in real time with the player, or place and drag the red marker to change the instant of time to check. In the bottom right corner, go to Project Settings, Timeline Format to adjust the video preview options like resolution and frame rate. You may relax these if your preview is not smooth. Use Command or Control and S to save your project. This is recommended if you see an edited label next to the project name on top. Now let's see how to edit clips in selection mode. Click and drag any clip to move it in time within the same track or another track. This creates new tracks if necessary. If any video has audio, visual and audio content are kept together. You can make these independent by right-clicking and going to Link Clips. When clips overlap from different tracks, the clip on the top track is shown in front, whereas clips overlapping within the same track are cut. You can undo any action with Command or Control and Z. or with the History panel that you can open with Edit, History. To adjust the length of any clip, simply drag it from its edges. However, this cuts off part of its content when shortened. To avoid this, you can set the clip length by changing its speed rate. Right-click on the clip and select Change Clip Speed to set its speed rate with a percentage above or below the original 100% and preserve the original content of the clip. From the same dialog, you can also reverse or correct the pitch. To make clip copies, drag it with the Alt key down. To delete a clip, select it and use Backspace. To split a clip, enable Blade Edit mode and click on the correct instance of time. From the left side, you can easily manage all your tracks. Use the lock button to prevent modifications on any track clip. And click on the Frame button to hide or show its visual content. With Mute, or M, you mute the current audio track. And with Solo, or S, you solo the track by muting all the others. To delete any track and all of its clips, right-click on it and go to Delete Track. From the top right corner, you can access the Inspector panel and adjust the properties of the clip selected from the timeline. The properties may change according to the kind of clip and are divided into several sections above. You can adjust any property by using the sliders or typing any value, applying with the Enter key. Use the Revert button to reset any property, and click on the orange button to turn it on or off. If you see no changes, make sure to drop the marker on the selected clip. When editing images and videos, you can open the Video section to set their appearance. With Transform, you can move, scale, and rotate the clip. With Pitch and Yaw, you 3D rotate, and either flip horizontally or vertically. Go to Cropping to crop the clip, and add Feather with Softness. You can also add Motion Effect with any template under Dynamic Zoom. Transform, Cropping, and Dynamic Zoom features are also available as tools from the extreme left. Enable the Transform tool to drag the box on the preview and move the clip. Use its nodes to scale and rotate. In case you do not see these, make sure that the Transform tool is enabled. The Dynamic Zoom tool is used to make pan and zoom effects. Move and edit the green, or start, and then the red, or end rectangle to create motion from the start to the end position. Use Composite to adjust transparency, stabilization to reduce shakiness, and lens correction to correct lens distortion. From the left side, enable the Annotation tool to leave markers and sketches. When editing audio clips, you can adjust the volume, balance the stereo channels with pan, correct its pitch, and add audio filters with equalizer. When selecting raw images, the Image section appears in the Inspector. Here you apply corrections on color, exposure, details, and much more. Take a look at our dedicated tutorial on Color Workspace to learn more about color correction and grading in detail. All these Inspector properties can be changed in time with the keyframes. To add these, click on the diamond node next to the interested property and zoom in on the clip to find the Envelope button. This opens the property graph, showing how the selected property changes over time. The default curve is flat with a constant value that you can change by pulling the curve up and down. To customize such curve, place the red marker in the correct instant of time and click on the diamond button above to add a keyframe there, saving the property value where it is placed. This way, a series of keyframes creates an envelope curve that changes the property over time. You can also select any keyframe and refine the curve on it with the options above. and remove the keyframe with Command or Control and X. To remove all the keyframes, just reset the entire property. You can add effects, transitions, and titles to your video with the Effects panel located on the left side of the screen. Open Toolbox, Effects to apply complex effects created with the Fusion Workspace. We won't cover the Fusion Workspace in this video. Make sure to check out our dedicated video from our playlist guide. Inside Open FX and Audio Effects, you find professional visual and audio effects. Hover over an effect to get a quick preview on it, and drag and drop it onto any clip to apply it. The clip shows an FX icon and a new Effects section on the Inspector panel, where you can adjust the effect properties. On the right side, you can also use arrows to change the effect's order, and the Bin button to remove the effect from the list. Switch to Transitions to get video and audio transitions you can use to begin or end clips with cool effects. Pick any and drag and drop it onto the edge of any clip, or between two clips if these are placed next to each other. These transitions can be moved, stretched, and adjusted from the Inspector panel like standard clips. To change the transition effect, simply drag another onto the existing one. To remove the transitions, select it and use the backspace key. Under Toolbox, Titles, you can browse for any text template between static titles, dynamic fusion titles, and subtitles. Just drag and drop any template onto the timeline to create a gray text clip. Make sure to place it on top of video track not to get it covered by other clips. You can manage this text clip as seen, opening the inspector to edit its properties including font, style, color, and animation type. You can also switch to Settings to adjust the standard video options seen for visual clips. Now let's see how to render and export your video. Open the Deliver workspace from the bottom right corner. On the timeline, adjust the gray In Out region to set what to export. Then open the Render Settings panel from the top left corner and select the color template and set up between H.264 for .mp4 or audio only to export only audio in .mp3 format. Below, set file name and destination folder and choose how to export your work. Select Single Clip to export the custom video of the timeline, or individual clips to export the media file selected from the Clips section. If you render and export to social media platforms, you can select YouTube, Vimeo, or Twitter up to HD and 4K resolutions. Otherwise, select Custom Export to use your own setup on video codec, format, resolution, frame rate, audio codec, data rate, and bit depth. Once you've set up your export settings, go to Add to Render Queue to add the current video audio setup to the Render Queue panel on the right. Here, select the job to export and click on Render at the bottom to go. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to check out our playlist guide in the video description to learn more about DaVinci Resolve and visit our YouTube channel and our website for more and free outstanding content.